Good morning, America. I'm Diane Sawyer from Channel 11 News. Today is March 21st, and the President has officially declared a state emergency throughout the entire nation. Schools, public transportation, and workplaces are all closed until further notice due to a widespread virus that is affecting both humans and animals. Mass panic has been induced in America's largest cities as victims succumb to this mysterious disease. Today, we are live with news anchor Ann Curry in an exclusive interview with Dr. Robert Neville and his revolutionary vaccine.
Good morning, Diane. I'm Ann Curry here today with Dr. Robert Neville. Now, Dr. Neville, you're a head immunologist at Novavax Labs here in New York. So what can you tell us about this virus that's ravaging through the Western Hemisphere?
Well, Anne, this disease is largely similar to the rabies virus in the sense that individuals can become infected via a bite from an afflicted individual. However, we are finding out that infected air particles are responsible for spreading the disease as well. Once infected, symptoms include excessive salivation, nervous system failure, and extreme sensitivity to light. This gives affected individuals that zombie-like appearance that we all have seen in videos and in person. The good news is that my associates and I at Novavax have developed a kill vaccine that so far has a 100% success rate of preventing this heinous Crippen virus.
So can you walk us through the general process of producing this vaccine?
Certainly. The first step in the development of a vaccine is to produce the virus-specific antigen, which stimulates the immune response. We accomplish this by growing the pathogen in a host cell, such as those produced from chicken embryos or even in bioreactors. These pathogens will later be inactivated. Next, we isolate the antigens from the cells in which they were grown. Since the antigen will likely still contain components of the growth medium, the antigen must be purified. I use displacement chromatography, which uses a solute contained in a column that is more strongly absorbed than the loaded sample. Once purified, an immune response enhancing substance is added to strengthen the antigen. Finally, other ingredients such as stabilizers and preservatives are mixed with the prepared antigen to create the final vaccine.
So this vaccine, is it approved for everybody?
The vaccine is only effective for individuals, both human and animal, who do not have the Crippen virus. This is why it is so important to keep personal protection equipment on and completely avoid infected individuals. Obviously, this will be very hard for people who have sick loved ones, but we have not yet found a cure for this virus, so preventative measures are the most we can do at this time.
So how many doses are currently available for distribution?
My team and I are working as quickly as possible to create more doses. However, we currently have enough doses to vaccinate the entire New York population. Once we send our research to other operating companies, production rates will be increased so that as many individuals as possible can be vaccinated.
So where is this research expected to go from here?
The first steps, as I said, will be to send our research to other companies so that vaccine production rates can be increased. Next, we will be able to send vaccines to all local hospitals and deploy teams that set up temporary stations to vaccinate as many as possible. Long-term steps will then be to send the vaccine to international locations to prepare for the case of failure of biosecurity lockdown and the disease is able to spread to other countries.
Thank you so much, Dr. Neville, for your time, and back to you, Diane.
Thank you so much, Ann and Dr. Neville. I am currently joined by Alice Greenwich from the Center for Disease Control. Alice is here to talk about the importance of vaccines and immunizations in order to prevent devastating diseases, such as the Crippen virus and many more. So Alice, tell me a little bit about your line of work at the CDC.
Well, Diane, I represent the CDC, and my mission is to educate the general public on the safety of routine vaccines and the importance of vaccinating all healthy candidates in order to minimize the spread of potentially lethal diseases. The CDC promotes health, prevention, and preparedness of diseases within the United States. Our overall goal is to improve public health overall.
Okay. Now, everyone is very aware of the I Am Legend study, but the steps taken to create the vaccine in this study were completely different from those outlined by Dr. Neville. Can you explain this for our viewers?
Yes, in the I Am Legend study, the initial approach was to create a vaccine from a non-infected individual who was supposedly immune to the virus. However, this was not the correct approach because the individual was most likely immune due to a genetic mutation. Instead, antibodies should have been cultivated from an infected individual and used to produce a killed vaccine that could then be injected into healthy individuals in order to halt the spread of the disease. Based off of scientific history, we can see the correlation between the Crippen virus and the rabies virus. These pathogens are similar in the way that they infect their host, and we should be creating a vaccine similar to the rabies immunization.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Greenwich, and thank you to all of our viewers. From all of us here at Channel 11 News, stay alert, be safe, and vaccinate your children.